Since '95, when I worked for Trailmobile, we formed a union. It was hard. It was a vicious battle. They turned around 2 years later. In the first contract, we won an arbitration case, a termination case. At the end of the 2-year contract, they run a decertification. Come in one day, they said, we no longer recognize your union. We locked horns again, we run another campaign, and we beat them in that election worse than we did the first time. We sent a message, we thought. In that 2 years of the second contract, we were still trying to get them to honor the arbitration case that we won, to put a gentleman back to work that they fired. At the end of our second 2-year contract, they wined and dined at the board. They carried us out, had a good time, telling us how good we were doing our job. Look forward to having the next contract signing. We walk in on Monday, they hit us with another decertification. It is nothing more than a petition saying that they didn't want a union. Another contract we're going to have to fight for. Another election we're going to have to fight for. We had some meetings. We were in a meeting one day. The whole board was in a meeting with an officer from Washington. We come into work the next day. They walked the whole executive board out, me included, being the vice president of the local. Our president was on vacation that day. They took me first. Walked in there, accused us of terroristic threatening of a pregnant lady at a house that to this day I do not even know where it is. They walked the whole board out, brought 3 back to say they showed some kind of investigation. They ended up firing us, walking around telling everybody, where's your security blanket now? Where's your people now? They're out on the street. You want to join them? They terrorized the workers in there. I had people following my wife and my children around at night. They couldn't even drive down the street and feel safe. Well, the board wouldn't even do nothing. Our international rep, we had a fight. We had to fight with the local board. We had to go to Memphis, and they wouldn't come to us. We went to them. And we forced the issue enough to get charges filed. They filed approximately 30 some odd charges. And we took it to court, and we won every charge that went before that federal judge. The company still would not bring us back to work. They finally settled with the arbitration case a little over $100,000 that gentleman got in his pocket so that he wouldn't come back in there. But they fired us and would not bring us back until after they went bankrupt, so they said, belly up. We got pennies on the dollar for the suspensions and the terminations that the judge said we were rightfully due. And they eventually got rid of that union. That company is working in the day. Right now, that factory is open and working under a different name with the same plant president, the same plant manager. They're doing exactly what we were doing in '95 under a different name. They closed down all their union shops, and they're running a non-union shop in Jonesboro, Arkansas. You guys stand together and get a voice. Stand up and protect your fellow employee, whether you like him or not, because he will help you also. You buy insurance on your automobiles, your cars, your house, your family. Get some insurance on your job, because without your job, you won't have that house long, you won't have that automobile long. So secure your job. The only way is through a union contract.